I know it looks really dark and dim and like this video has been filmed during the night, but it's really dark here in the UK. It's currently 2 o'clock and I've just returned to do a library haul. Full disclosure, I am on a monster and I will have that video about my monster addiction coming up soon. I'm trying to figure out how I want to word it because I don't encourage the drinking or I don't encourage like these habits, but I have seen the response to the poll and people have been voting yes. So we're going to read that and then we'll get onto the book haul from the library. Now, starting off this video, we have the book of the month, which is the Atlas 6. I haven't read this yet. Part of the reason why I've not read this yet is because it is one of those booktube books and book talk books, and as many of you who have been here with the channel for a long time, you'll know that I don't like reading books that are popular just because they're popular on booktube or book talk. I really do not like it. But it's the book of I want to start doing the book of the month with my local library, and so we're going to be reading Olivia Blake, The Atlas 6. We're going to get onto that since it's the book of the month. They had like 12 copies of it. The next book I'm very excited to show you, it is Now Conjurers by Freddie Kolsch, which was on my Amazon wishlist. I have now removed it because I've got it from the library. This is a book I've been looking forward to since I saw it in the works. And quite frankly, I just think the cover is brilliant. November 1999, North Dana, Massachusetts. It's posted by, so this publisher is Electric Monkey, and now we don't really get Electric Monkey books at my local library, so the fact they've got this one in is something I'm very excited about. But again, it was on my Amazon wish list. The reason I got it is because the front cover is just absolutely stunning. It looks alt, it is alt, it's just giving alt energy. The next three books that I am going to show you, I have literally got because I want to do reviews on the book, but I wanted a visual aid. One of them I will have to read again before I can do it. So What If It's Us by Becky Albarralli and Adam Silvera. I did actually read this. I've got this so I can do the book review. And then once I film that, that'll be going. And then this has been very popular, The Wilder Girls by Rory Power, because I keep mentioning this book and people are like, well, what's so good about it? We've not got a YouTube video yet, and there's a few people who've commented on some of my videos about not doing this book review yet. So I heard you, I saw you, we're gonna do it. And then we've got Rainbow Rowell's Scattered Angel Showers. I think this is... Oh, it's not. I thought, for some reason in my head I had this as it was a short story collection, because it's Rainbow Rowell stories, but it's not. So we like Rainbow Rowell. I thought I'd read it. It's only a short read. This is one that has been on my to be read list on Goodreads for a while, so we're gonna get that done because I have slowly been increasing my to be read on Goodreads, but I also want to make sure I read it. And yes, there is scrapping your to be read list. The thing is, if it's not books you actually own, I don't see the problem of adding it and getting around to it eventually, and being able to tick them off just brings me joy. I do occasionally purge my to be read list just because there's books that I know I've lost interest in, but it doesn't happen often. And in regards to Rory Power as well, this book called Wilder Girls I was telling you about, I did a short a while ago for Kill Creatures, and it turns out I've only just connected that it's the same author, so I picked up Kill Creatures. I know, I'm expecting good things. Her voice calls to me, last summer's ghost, a bad dream lullaby. Come with us, she says. Come with us to the devil's eye. Again, this is one of the shorter books. If you compare it to Wilder Girls, it's a lot shorter. And for those of you who don't know, with Wilder Girls, there's a free story online that you can get. That's like a 0.5, which is set before this book, which it's something that the author's done, and then she asks for a tip to donate to charity for this free short story that she's done. So check that out if you can. And then we've got two books here, which are the other two books I've got. Noah Could Never, very interesting covers. This, isn't it? Look at that, pear bananas. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I was looking at this and I'm like, why is this in the kids section? It was in the teen section. My brain hasn't comprehended the difference between the child section and the teen section. It's not difficult to make a teenager laugh, let's be honest. Like, we were all, except for me, who was adamant that I hated the jokes when I was a teenager. So we've got Noah and Harry have gone from friends to boyfriends, but is Noah ready for the difference? Oh, it's a debut. It's a young adult debut novel, and there's a sequel called No, I Can't Even. That's got the peeled banana. Is this the debut novel? Or is this like I'm intrigued. I'm gonna read both. I hope. Well, I've just read a snippet, and as I was reading it, I was like, I hate this book. I'm gonna read it though because I feel because it's saying it's a comedy book. That snippet, which I normally wouldn't read, has been taken out of context. And then the final one is I picked up a straight romance, Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca, and I know what you're thinking. You and straight romances very rarely vibe, and it turns out that a lot of the ones that I've just not been picking up because they are straight romances, I find them to be comedy gold. There is something wrong with me because other people read them and they're like, oh, the romance is brilliant, it's this, that, and the other, and these are more cozy reads than my cozy reads have been. No idea what this is about. It was returned today. It was on the Return Today shelf. Not the spooky shelf that was literally next to it, but the Return Today. So I'm like, well, I've seen nothing about this book. But it says on the back, Cassie Rutherford. It's like, I'm not going to read the blurb, but I'm going to read the synopsis, which is like 2 lines. Cassie Rutherford needs a fresh start, so she says goodbye to Orlando and hello to Boneyard Key. I don't want to know, but this is giving Dream Harbour series vibes, and whilst I hate the Dream Harbour series, I also love them in the same breath. It's a love-hate relationship, so I'm kind of hoping that's the vibes we're going for with this book. I don't know if any of you have heard of this book, but let me know in the comments if you have, and if there's anything similar, let me know. Because it's free, because it's from the library, I'm not worrying about the cost of books. If anyone buys me books from my to be read list, not my to be read list, my Amazon wish list, I will forever be thankful. Those are books that my library do not own or possess, and then when they do get them in, I do remove them. And I'm thankful, but like, look at this. Also, they don't have the Percy Jackson books in. I've been asking for they do have Percy Jackson. They have the original Percy Jackson. They do not have the Kane Chronicles, which is blowing my mind. And the only way I can get it in is if I request it, which costs money that I don't have. Would be cheaper than buying the book, but at that point, I might as well just buy the series. But it's $125 and I can borrow the book for, I think it's like 30 days. So that's how it works at my library. So I may just end up doing that because it'll be cheaper, and I'll finally be able to talk about the Kane Chronicles and remove it from my wish list because it will have been read. But for now, we've got a couple of reviews. We've got a couple of books that I want to get into. I've got some interesting books there. And yeah, that's my library haul for the end of October. Finally did it. I just want to say thanks out to Jamie and Chloe for reminding me that I said I was going to do one and then I never did. We got there in the end. So that's my library haul. Check out your local libraries. You never know what you're going to find. Honestly, it's a goldmine. I've been using BorrowBox and then NetGallery. So BorrowBox is like online ebooks, audiobooks, that sort of thing from your library. You use your library card to log in. So I haven't needed to go to the library, but I wanted to go and get some physical aids for doing book reviews, like I mentioned, and check out what books they have in physical. Because sometimes they have a physical book that isn't on the BorrowBox library, but it is worth checking out both if your library has both available to you. But yeah, what are your reads? What have you currently got? And are you using your library? Check out your library because you never know what's happening at the library. It is well worth checking out. They have thousands of books for you to choose from. It's just trying. I see a lot of consumption, and part of the thing that's pushed me into this is the fact that I haven't had the money, and I've been very upset. But again, I found some books that I wanted to read and was very fortunate to find them. I found some books I didn't know we had a physical copy of. And then I'm going to read my library's book of the month just because it's the book of the month, and I wouldn't have touched it otherwise. Check out your local libraries. It's a free, endless resource, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.